and action. Hello, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ava. If you are new here, I'm sure y'all are like, Ava, what the hell what you looking so good for? Like, everybody calm down, settle down, settle down, settle down. I know this is one of the few times I have not hopped on this app looking absolutely chopped, all right, diced, minced, okay? I understand. I just came home from a baby shower. One of my best friends is having his first kid. He is having a daughter, yay! So that's exciting. But I came home and I was like, you know what? For once, I'm not looking like a ragamuffin. Let me go ahead and film. This video is a little long overdue. I wanted to film a Q&A for you guys. I did ask my audience on Instagram I put up a little Q&A box. So I really just wanted to know, like, if there were any questions that you guys wanted to ask me. So I'm gonna go through some of them, as many as I can, I should say. And yeah, that's pretty much gonna be today's video. It's just a Q&A, get to know me a little better. It's been a while since I've done a Q&A. The last Q&A that I did was back in 2023. So if you watched that, then chances are you already know some of this stuff about me, but it's about time I reintroduce myself. All right, now let's get into it. First question, how tall am I? I feel if I had $1 for every time I had to answer this goddamn question. I am 5'9". I am roughly 196 to 200 pounds. 5'9", 5 foot 9 inches, and I teeter between 196 and 200. Do I have friends in Vegas? Normally see you travel with your girls out of town. Yes, I have friends here in Vegas. I'm just not the type of person to have everybody on camera all the time. Like, my friends are very important to me. I don't feel the need to record everything that I do with everybody that I'm with. Like, even though I'm on the internet a lot, like, I get that it's my job, I don't feel like it's necessary to put everything on the internet. When I do see my friends, when I do hang out with my friends, things like that. But the girls that I do travel with are actually my best friends. Like, it's war behind them, okay? Next question, daily supplements you use to help with the gym and training. I don't take supplements. BCAAs are bullshit. I don't take EAAs. I don't take creatine. I took creatine for probably a good 3 to 4 month period, and I started to bloat after a while, and I just didn't care for that. Like, obviously I know that you're supposed to consume a lot of water while you are taking it, and I do naturally, because when I'm at the gym I'm literally sweating my ass off, so I'm making sure that I'm replenishing as fast as I'm getting rid of it too. But creatine just bloated me. I didn't really feel the need for it either. Like, I've been working out for so long without it. I don't need creatine. Protein, I do not consume protein powder. Like, I get this question so freaking much. First of all, y'all don't even know how to eat properly and y'all worried about a goddamn protein powder. Don't ask me about no protein powder and you ain't even in the gym. Don't ask me about no protein powder and you don't even know how to eat correctly. Like, supplements are on the back burner. I don't care about the secondary. Step one is showing up. All right, step one is looking consistent before you start looking for supplements. Protein is only, I feel like I only consume protein if it's like in the little dessert that I've posted, and even then it's not even because I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to get my protein in. No, I genuinely just like the flavor of whatever it is that I'm eating. So that's why I'm consuming the protein. It's not necessarily because I gotta get my protein in at the end of the day. Like, I don't track, I don't count, I don't do any of those things. How important is it that your partner is in shape and takes care of their health? It is imperative that my partner takes care of their health, because I'm in the gym. You're not about to be out here embarrassing me. We gotta be equally yoked, period. How to shop healthy on a budget. I'm fighting for my life at these grocery stores. If I'm gonna keep it a stack with you, this is gonna sound so shitty, but I personally don't, because I have been asked, I've been noticing that I've been getting this question a lot, which has to do with like how much I spend on groceries. And I honestly do not look at the price of groceries when I shop. I'm not gonna lie to you. So when it comes to like budgeting for groceries, I would say stick to your staples. Like, whatever you know that you like, stick to that, and then just rotate stuff out. Rice is relatively cheap. I'm pretty sure you can get rice for like $1 or $2 per bag, especially if you're shopping at like Walmart or places like that. You can find carb sources, you can find protein sources that are relatively cheap. When it comes to protein, I would say like maybe shopping in bulk would be better. Like if you're gonna buy shrimp, because shrimp is really low in calories and pretty high in protein, just make sure you buy a bigger bag because it's usually cheaper that way. Like I know it's expensive when you're initially buying it, but if you're able to buy it at like a BJ's, a Sam's Club, a Costco, or anything like that would go, it would go a lot farther for the amount that you pay, as opposed to the small little bags that you're spending $13 on, if that makes sense. So I guess just find protein sources that you really like mine. My staples are salmon and shrimp. I generally don't really cook chicken at home. I think it's just more of a convenience thing for me. I used to cook chicken pretty often, but honestly I just prefer salmon, I prefer shrimp, so that's pretty much what I stick to at home. But I always buy shrimp in bulk, and as far as salmon, I only buy wild caught salmon. So the salmon that I do buy, I get from Trader Joe's, and it's not in bulk, but I mean, I don't know, I just buy the salmon. But my advice to you would just be find your staples and then just buy in bulk if you can, because usually it's cheaper when you do it that way. How to get over a breakup. Ooh, girl, I'm gonna do my best to answer this question as briefly as possible. How to get over a breakup. Of course, the circumstances of the breakup do matter. However, I think when you take the emotional aspect out of it, you gotta understand, you gotta come to terms with the fact that life goes on, all right? Life goes on. I myself was in a pretty, I won't say like a bad breakup, but it was a fucking breakup, okay? Back in 2022, and it happened to be the best thing that has ever happened to me. When I left him, when I tell you my life completely 180'd, I cannot be more grateful for the way things have turned out after that breakup, because I decided to stay the course. As far as getting over the breakup, I feel like I was in a mental rut for a little bit, but it just forced me to lock in. Like, I'm not one of those people that's able to just sit and wallow in pity or sit and wallow in sadness or despair. Like, no, there's money to get by tonight, all right? Like, my bills is due at 11:59 p.m. I don't have time to sit here and cry. I don't have time to sit and cry. I'm sure he's still pissy somewhere watching me from whatever 12 burner accounts he's still watching me from. I don't have the time, baby. I have things to do. I have goals to accomplish. I have, you know, I have milestones to reach. I have people to help. I cannot sit here and wallow in self-pity. You know, I would say, as far as getting over a breakup, stay the course. Whatever course that you're on, whatever goals that you have, whatever path you are on, wherever you want to be, dial the hell in, okay? Dial the hell in. Ain't nothing gonna help you get over a breakup quicker than succeeding. Really, quicker than succeeding. Like, it sucked at the time going through that breakup. It absolutely sucked, right? But for me, I should say, it sucked for me, but after a while, I didn't give not one half of a damn. Like, when I tell you my life was literally 180ing, that's when my account was just starting to take off on Instagram. You know, I started working with different brands and things like that. My account was growing, my content was evolving. I still worked a 9-to-5 at the time, but really just seeing my account grow and grow and grow, and meeting my now best friends through all of that, I really cannot be more grateful. Like I said, everything happens for a reason. I genuinely feel that way. So when it comes to getting over your breakup, girl, leave him in the past, leave him or her, I don't know, I don't care. Leave them where they stand, all right? Leave them where you left them. Lock in. Lock in, lock in, lock in, lock in. I told myself that when I left him, I was going to get in the best shape of my life. I was going to get in the best shape of my life. Needless to say, I feel like I've done that. I feel like I've done that. Went on to launch my one-on-one coaching business, went on to launch my first program. Now I've got like 5 or 6 of them. Just launched an e-cookbook. Girl, we ain't got time to cry over no bitch. Okay? We don't. We don't. Leave them where you left them. Hope that helps. How to balance a gym schedule and a social life. How do I balance a gym schedule and my social life? Well, for one, nothing happens until I go to the gym. It's a non-negotiable in my life. So if there's a scale, right, and my friends is on one side and the gym is on the other, The gym gonna win. The gym gonna goddamn win every time. It is. But also, everybody in my life understands my purpose. Everybody in my life understands and supports my purpose, so it's not really a matter of balancing anything. They all understand that the gym comes first for me when it comes to anything. That's one. Two, I go to the gym first thing in the morning, so I don't really have to like fit the gym into my schedule. I go to the gym and then I carry on with the rest of my day. I have plenty of time for my friends later in the day, later at night or whatever, because I went to the gym already in the morning. So I don't really like struggle when it comes to balancing those two things. Let's see. Heaviest lifts on bench, squats, and incline dumbbell press. I do not incline dumbbell press. I incline press, and I think the most I've ever gone up to is, I don't know if I've done 185. Have I done 185 on incline? I think the most I've ever done is 165 on incline press, but it's not dumbbells, it's barbell incline press. My max bench is 225. My max squat, I'm not sure, because I don't max out for squats. I don't care to. I'm not a power lifter. The most I've ever done is like 315 for like 3 reps, but that was like, what, 3 years ago? So I really don't know what my max is on squats. Deadlifts, my max deadlift was or is 415, but I haven't maxed out on deads since like 2022, so I really don't know what my max is now. Chances are I can crush all of those at this point, but I don't really care to, because I train for sustainability, and maxing out all the time is just not sustainable. So hope that answers your question. Do I provide a vegan meal plan? Yes, via one-on-one coaching. All of my pricing is on my site. Please review my pricing on my site before applying for coaching, you guys. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm wasting a lot of time calling people and they just want to know the price when you can literally just scroll down the page and read it. I do offer vegan meal planning via one-on-one coaching. All of my pricing is on my site. When you Bulgarian split squat, do you superset after weighted all the time? Do you a superset after? I don't know what that means. I mean, I'll superset Bulgarian split squats with body weight Bulgarians sometimes. I'll superset Bulgarians with goblet squats sometimes. It just depends. I don't really understand your question. So next, what is your Stairmaster routine? I do 20 minutes on the Stairmaster every day, level 10, stand the fuck up. That's it. Can you do a lighter routine for the new girlies? You can do all of my routines, just do them at weights that are suitable to you, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not telling you to, like, if I ever post a workout routine, I'm not telling y'all to do the exact weight that I do. Just do the weight that you're able to do. Are there any areas where you would like to enhance your work? Are you talking about like surgery, or like, I don't know what that means. Enhance my work? I don't think so. I did just mention before launching my cookbook that I felt like food was a really big gap for me in my brand and in my business. I don't have just like one-off meal plans or whatever for people to buy. Obviously I have programs for people to buy, but I have no like meal or food dedicated e-products. So that's why I really wanted to come out with an e-cookbook. So I've done that, you know, so I guess that's one place that I wanted to enhance or provide. What are your current fitness goals? I don't have any. I'm just going to the gym to stay active. What do you recommend for people trying to become a Stairmaster hottie like you, level 10? So this is exactly why I was encouraging everybody to sign up for my Stairmaster challenge, because I get this question all the time as far as like how to increase speed and all that stuff. Honestly, it's progressive. Okay, like, please, if it is your first day hopping on a Stairmaster, do not think that you're just gonna hop on and you're gonna be at level 10 right away. No, you have to gradually build up to that. Start at a level that you know you can sustain the longest. Everybody asks me what level to start out at. I don't know, because I don't know what level you can sustain. Pick a level that you can sustain the longest. If you're able to go very long at that sustained at that level, then go ahead and increase the level. That's pretty much the only advice that I could really provide. Like, you gotta build up to it over time, but the only way to build your stamina is to actually do it. What do you do for self-care, shopping, vacations? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Shout out to Destiny. That question's from Destiny. Hi, Destiny. I haven't seen her in forever. Her and I used to go to the same gym. But anyway, for self-care, shit, go to the gym. Like, that's it. Go to the gym. I'm playing, but really I get facials, you know, I get my nails done, I get my toes done. That's really it. I recently, at least I need to be better about it, implementing massages into my self-care routine, because I do not get massages as often as I need to and as I should for as often as I lift. So getting massages more often is something that I really want to work on these next couple of months. I just got one, I would say, about 3 weeks ago. So yeah, it's probably about time for me to go back to old girl, because when I tell you my body be wanting to fight me, y'all, do you understand? That massage that I got from her, I went to the chiropractor right after that too. Child, I needed my back cracked like a glow stick. You hear me? Yeah, that's what we gonna do. We gonna implement some more massages, go to the chiro more often. As far as shopping, I was a shopaholic last year, all right? I was running out of things to buy. Actually, like, you can literally ask my best friends, like, all in the group chat, we be sending stuff back and forth, like, what do y'all think it is? What do y'all think it is? What do y'all think it is? I was spending so much money last year. Shopping was almost an addiction. I'm a lot better now. Because now I'm just, it's like, it's gluttonous at this point, you know? So I don't shop as much as I was last year, but I could get down with some shopping. Like, don't get it twisted, you know? I'm just way more disciplined now. I'm way more disciplined, period. How do you keep sugar cravings down? I don't keep it in my house, honestly. Like, you would be very disappointed if you went through my pantry and you saw what my pantry looked like. You'll find nothing but walnuts, almonds, freaking protein bars, granola chia seeds, popcorn. Like, I don't keep that stuff in my house. Like, I have talked about this before as well. It is a lot easier for you not to consume those things when you don't buy those things. Like, literally just avoid it at the grocery store. Like, the stuff is not gonna walk itself into your cart, all right? You have to put it there. So just so we're all on the same page, I don't buy those things, so it's really not hard for me to not crave it. Like, I would say during that time of the month my cravings get a little wild, but I don't really give into those as much because it's inconvenient for me to go out of my way to get what it is that I'm craving. For instance, if I want some, like, Oreos, right? And Oreos aren't really a craving of mine, but I'm just throwing it out there. Like, if I want some Oreos, I don't keep Oreos at my house, and 9 times out of 10 I don't feel like putting on clothes to go to Walmart to get some Oreos. So looks like my black ass just gonna be assed out. Like, that's really how I keep sugar cravings at bay. Like, I just don't buy it, don't really consume it. What is your max squat? You have the most impressive legs on the gram. Honored that you think so, thank you. I kind of just went over this, 315 for 3 reps. That's like the most I've done. That was 3 years ago. How good is your mobility? Lifting does make me stiff, so I do stretch more. I want your insight. My mobility, I would say, is pretty good. I've been dynamically stretching prior to my workouts, which has helped tremendously when it comes to my hip mobility, which is crucial for just about everything. Yeah, implementing dynamic stretching has probably single-handedly changed the way I feel during my workouts. Because before, y'all, in my early 20s, when I did not give a damn, when I didn't do any research before I got certified, all that stuff, I did not give a hoover damn about nothing regarding stretching. You hear me? I was just walking in the gym 20 minutes on the stairs, raw dog at 315 on deadlifts, like 3 sets of 10-12 reps. Like, literally did not care. And then I got into a car accident in August of 2022. I got into a car accident and I had to go and get an MRI. The car accident wasn't like terrible, you guys. I just got rear-ended by somebody. I had to go get an MRI, and then I found out the laundry list of things that was wrong with my back, essentially. And yeah, come to find out, I have a sacralized sacrum. I have mild scoliosis. I had like 3 bulging discs. I had a pinched nerve. I had a whole lot of shit wrong with my back, you guys. Like, I don't think you understand. And it just gets to a point when you're an athlete, or when you are deep into fitness, when you're a bodybuilder. I'm not a bodybuilder. I'm just saying, like, when you're a bodybuilder, when you're an athlete, when your life is essentially dedicated to your sport or what you do physically, you learn to just adapt and adjust to being in pain all the time or being sore all the time. Because I always get asked if I'm ever sore, if I ever get sore. Like, guys, I'm sore every damn day of my life. Like, literally every day. You guys think I don't get sore? Be for real. Like, come on. Yes, I get sore. But that aside, you know, it was to a point where just standing washing dishes, I had back pain. Standing washing dishes, I had back pain. I had to go to the chiropractor to get, like, you know, alignments and adjustments, things like that. And the chiro basically told me, like, girl, you really should probably never deadlift again. Like, you should just avoid doing that. I cried on the way home that day, you guys. I did. I cried on the way home that day because deadlifts, first of all, are my favorite exercise. Like hamstrings is my favorite muscle group to train. So telling a swimmer they can't swim anymore, what do you mean? Telling LeBron he can't play basketball anymore, you can't tell me that, you know? So that conversation that day was real hard for me, and ever since then I told myself that I was going to take better care of myself, that I was going to let myself heal, you know, convalesce my back, do whatever it is that I needed to do, and I did. You know, I ended up getting really strong at hip thrusts just to compensate for the fact that I wasn't doing RDLs or deadlifts as much or as often anymore. If anything, I did more dumbbell RDLs than barbell. I found that barbell strained my back more than dumbbell, so I just had to adjust. Essentially that first year I had to adjust. I had to learn essentially how to fix myself, how to heal myself, and I virtually have no back pain now. If I do ever have back pain, it's because I know I didn't thoroughly stretch or my form was trash, and I can always tell. I know when my form is garbage now. So yeah, like that's pretty much how I was kind of able to heal from that situation, is learning how to stretch and take care of myself and my body. Because if I want to do what I do long term, I'm gonna have to make sure it's sustainable. So I make sure to dynamically stretch before all of my lifts. I don't really have any upper body injuries, gratefully, knock on everything. So, you know, no shoulder pain, no elbow pain, nothing like that. I wouldn't say I really go crazy as far as upper body, but leg days, I be losing my goddamn mind on leg days some days. So I definitely try to be more conscientious and self-aware, and cater to the areas that I know I struggle with. So I do hope that helps. Like adding a good stretch routine is going to help you tremendously, and doing it consistently, because doing it, you know, and doing it consistently are two different things. You can't do it once or twice and think that it's just gonna fix the problem. No, I consistently stretch, you know, essentially every day or every other day. So I hope that helps. I hope that answers your question. Do I think intermittent fasting is helpful? I think when it comes to any sort of diet, right, or whether that be a diet schedule or a diet period per se, I think if it's not sustainable, it is not helpful. If it is not sustainable, it is not helpful. I do know a lot of people that have lost a lot of weight doing intermittent fasting. However, if you're not able to maintain eating within that certain window over time, it's kind of pointless. Like if you end up going over your calories because you're eating outside of that window after a month of doing it, you know, you might as well just like not. I'd much rather you just find, or anybody just find, a sustainable schedule and diet, right, that they can stick to long term, because that's honestly what matters. I can't say I'm opposed to it, but if it works for you and you're able to sustain it, then go for it. How many kicks do I own? If we're talking about just sneakers, then probably, I want to say that's like 68 pairs. I think either 67 or 68 pairs. I gotta count. But I'm pretty sure it's like 67 or 68. I always get questions on Instagram asking me about my shoes, and you guys, I promise you the collection is not as extensive as you guys think. I really just buy the same shoes in like multiple colorways, like literally the same 5 pairs of shoes just in every color. So I have a pair of shoes to go with every outfit. Like it's not as extensive as y'all think. I'm just letting y'all know. Any plans on moving from Vegas? So I don't have any plans to move from Vegas anytime soon. If I do move, it would probably be in like 3 or 4 years, and that's only because I really want to make sure my branding and my brand is well established, you know, and stable and sustained long term. Not that I can't do what I do from a different state or a different location, but I just think moving is a very big step. I don't have anything necessarily stopping me from moving right now, but I just think that once I'm more comfortable and settled in my business and my brand, and you know, I have a certain amount put away, and you know, investments are looking good and whatever, like then I can consider moving and essentially starting over. But for now, I don't really have any plans. I'm pretty comfortable in Vegas, I'm not gonna lie. And for those that don't know, I am from New York, okay? Like I lived there till I was 14 years old. I moved to Vegas in 2011, in July of 2011. Like I'm pretty comfortable here. I don't see myself moving anytime soon. A food that you are addicted to. Carbs. Anything having to do with bread or pasta. That's why I just don't buy that stuff, because I freaking love it so much. I freaking love it so much. Speaking of carbs, I think after I'm done filming this video, I'm about to go get some sushi. Carbs. What keeps you motivated when you are overstimulated with life? Good question. In my opinion, I am comfortable with being overstimulated because it means I'm making money. If things are slow, if things are stagnant, that means I'm not growing, I'm not making no money, business is slow. Why? I need to be overstimulated. I want a lot on my plate. That's the thing. People get overwhelmed with so much stuff and they feel like they can't handle it. No, I'm trying to test my capacity. I have such big and probably unrealistic goals for myself, but honestly, as much as my life has changed the past 2 years, I cannot say that anything is out of my reach. So I can't even really say it's unrealistic. I can have anything I want and I'm destined to get it. So if I'm not overstimulated, I'm not making money. If I'm not overstimulated, I'm not growing. If I'm not overstimulated, my capacity is staying the same. People say they have a lot on their plate, get a salad bowl. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I also don't know if it's just the New York in me, but like the hustle, I gotta always be doing something anyway. Like, I gotta always be doing something. My friends know. Like, I be telling them, like, y'all not doing enough. Y'all not doing enough. Like, cause me, I'm trying to post on Instagram 3 times a week. I'm trying to stay consistent on YouTube. I'm trying to drop an e-cookbook. I'm trying to put out another workout program. I'm trying. It never stops for me. If I am not overstimulated, if I am not busy, if I am not stressed out, I'm not growing. I'm not growing. I can't see myself just idle or sitting. It's always what's next for me. What keeps me motivated? Staying overstimulated. I hope that answers your question. That's probably not an answer that you were even expecting, but it's the absolute truth. I was talking to my homegirl Ray, who is also from New York too. Shout out to Ray. Pretty Girls Eat Too. Go follow her. We gotta always be doing something. Working on something, editing something, creating something, thinking about something. Like, I need to, bro, I already said earlier today, I need this money by tonight. Also, because I know the girls are gonna ask, the dress is from Amazon. The dress is from Amazon. I know the girlies are gonna ask. I know they're wondering. It's from Amazon. Did you play any sports growing up? I did track and flag football, and I like tinkered around with volleyball in high school. And I'm actually pretty salty about the fact that I did not play sports growing up. Like, my dad never put me in any sports, and that's something that I'm like upset about, because I really could have been filming this video from a yacht. I could have been literally anything, and that's not to toot my own horn, you guys. I say this very humbly. Like, I could have been very good at a sport. You guys see, I hope y'all see my work ethic and how hard I work and how dedicated I am physically to the gym, to my craft, to everything. I really feel like I could have dominated in any sport that I was put in. So that is something that I wish I had the opportunity to participate in, was a sport. I could have been really good at volleyball. I was average at track, because I know people are gonna ask, like, I was very average at track. Like, I think my fastest 100-meter time was like 13.7. So I wasn't any superstar or anything by any means. But yeah, I did do sports in high school, but that's pretty much it. Now I just go to the gym for funsies. What year did you start your fitness journey, and do you work out daily? I've been working out for 13 years. Okay, I turned 28 in 2 months. I've been working out since I was 15. I don't know any different. I've been working out for forever. Do I work out every day? Pretty much. It is very hard for me to take a rest day. I have to schedule rest days. Like, I have to tell myself, like, okay, Ava, we are not gonna go to the gym. We are not gonna go to the gym tomorrow, bitch. We're not going. Stay your black ass in bed. And then I just sit around the house, like, counting my toes, finding stuff to do, because, like, what the hell am I supposed to do? What the hell am I supposed to do? One of my best friends, Tatiana, she asked me, she was like, send an emoji in the chat that represents your personality. And I sent the little weightlifting emoji. She was like, girl, that's a part of your lifestyle. That is not your personality. I said, the gym is my personality. What are you saying to me right now? Like, what are you saying to me? What are you saying to me? You know? Who am I? Who am I really? Like, yeah, I work out pretty much every day. When can we expect week of my life vlogs where we see your weekly splits and what you do? I mean, I pretty much just posted a video like a couple days ago, like a week ago, of like a couple days of my life. As far as like a weekly split, it is so taxing for me to film every single day at the gym, but I can tell you my split. I do quads on Mondays, all right? Quads on Mondays, push day is Tuesday. So shoulders, triceps, chest. Wednesday is glutes, isolated, like just glutes. Thursday is pull day, so back. Friday is glutes and hammies. Saturday is active rest, so cardio. I usually go to HIIIIII on Saturdays. I went there this morning. Today is Saturday. Like the day that I'm filming right now, it's Saturday. So I went to HIIIIII this morning. I'll pick like 2 or 3 classes to do. And then Sunday is also active rest. It's just cardio. I do 40 minutes of cardio. I go back and forth. Like I'll do 40 minutes on the stairs, or I'll do 20 minutes on the stairs and then 20 minutes incline walking on the treadmill. I might do some sled pushes. I'll sprinkle in some ab workouts, but that's pretty much my split every single week. I've been doing this same split for the past 2 years now. Yeah, for the past 2 years. 2 years? 3 years? 2 years. Yeah. What's a fitness discipline / sport that you'd love to try next? I don't know what that means. If you're asking me if I want to do a bodybuilding show, I was literally just speaking to somebody about this last night. I don't see myself doing a bodybuilding show. I tell myself that I want to, and I get the itch to do one, but you guys, I don't think many of you understand how lonely of a sport and how expensive of a sport bodybuilding is. It's not something I could see myself doing. Even though the itch is there and I get it every so often, especially when I see competitors on my feed and things like that, it's cool to see and I admire the sport, but I don't think I could ever see myself doing one. I really just enjoy looking like I might compete. That is my driving force in the gym. Like I just want to look like I might. That's it. Like somebody I was talking to yesterday told me like, yo, you look like you're about 6 weeks out. All you need are a couple low carb weeks and some cardio and you'd be ready to step on stage, no problem. You would dominate in wellness. I know that I would probably sweep in an amateur competition, but I just can't see myself seriously doing it. I just cannot. I would be doing it for the accolade. That's really it, because there's not much money in bodybuilding, y'all. There's not much. On top of that, it's got to be worth it for me, and I just don't think dealing with the potential fertility issues, hormone imbalances, depression, anxiety, essentially starving, I don't think all of that is worth it for where I am in my life right now. People don't understand the ugly side of bodybuilding when they're not as deep or immersed in fitness the way I am. Like I keep up with certain competitors, and I've also dated somebody who did participate in a show, and it's hard. It is hard. You've got to be with somebody who gets it. You have to. Like otherwise there's no way. There's literally no way you can do it. But yeah, I don't see myself doing a bodybuilding sport. It's cool in theory, but I don't think I'd ever execute, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Do you have any siblings? I have 3 sisters. One lives in New York with my dad and my stepmom. The other 2 live out here with my mom and my stepdad. How does your family embrace your fitness journey? It's a very interesting question. So I would say my mom isn't necessarily a fan of how I train, right? Because she's more of like the soft Pilates, you know. I'm not that. Like I'm not that at all. I find Pilates boring. I think it's cool, you know, it's cool if you want to do, if I want to do Pilates, it's always going to be as like an active rest on a Saturday or whatever. But personally for me, Pilates is just not my first exercise style of choice. And that's not knocking it, because there are women who love Pilates and they benefit from it, they love it and all that stuff. I'm not saying that you can't. It's just for somebody like me, I feel like when I do Pilates, or the times that I have done Pilates, I could still go do a whole workout after, and it just doesn't do what it needs to for me. It doesn't fulfill me, which is why it's just not my style. Like I remember when I was like 18 and she told me like, your legs are getting too big, like stop training legs, you know. And I told her no, like no. The hell, I enjoy it, for 1. 2, imagine if I would have listened to her. My life would not be what it is now if I stopped lifting weights all because my legs were getting too big, or I was getting too muscular, or this, that, and the third. Look, at the end of the day, I'm 5'9" and almost 200 pounds. I am not meant to be small. I'm meant to take up space, and that's exactly what I do. That's also exactly what I encourage on my page, because I think it's a very archaic and antiquated way to think that women can't be strong physically, or that they need to shrink or be thin and slim. Like I'm not those things, and I'm not going to kill myself trying to be something that I am physically not. It makes absolutely no sense. I might as well maximize all that I am than shrink what I am, or try to shrink what I am, to fit the ideal and conventional image of beauty to society. Does that make sense? I hope that kind of answers your question. As far as the rest of my family, I don't think my dad really knows what I do. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, he's not really involved with me on social media. Like, I don't even think he has an Instagram. So he knows I go to the gym, but that's about it. That's like literally it. It pretty much stops there. He knows I have a one-on-one coaching business. I think he knows that I sell workout programs, but that's really it. He doesn't ask me any questions really. My stepdad does know like pretty much everything. He knows that I'm on social media. He knows that I sell programs and things like that. He thinks what I do is cool. That's pretty much it. My stepdad is actually who introduced me to weightlifting, so grateful to him for that. And that's pretty much it. My family's like not like super vast. My aunt thinks what I do is pretty cool, so she's always congratulating me, any milestone, any product that I launch, things like that. For the most part, good feedback, right? Good feedback. It's just my mom and we've like butted heads in the past, but it is what it is. Life goes on. Life goes on. How are you? I'm really good. Blessed. I can never complain. I feel like I don't have bad days. Yeah, I cannot say I have bad days. My worst days are days that I would be yearning for back in 2021 and 2022. So I can't ever say that I have bad days. Every day is a blessing for me. Do you want kids? From what body? Just kidding. I can't say no entirely to this question. I think it is more important for me to find a partner that I can see myself having children with. Everybody is so quick to ask that question, but nobody thinks of how important it is to have a partner or an individual that you go through life with who is able to raise your children with you. That is more important to me than just popping out some kids. Once I feel like I'm in a place where I am secure with my partner, and one that I can do life with, then we could talk about kids. But until then, kids are on the back burner. I don't care. Like, I enjoy living like a bachelorette. I enjoy my freedom. I could kick you out. I could get up, do whatever. I could love it. No complaints right now. I'm not thinking about kids. What got you into fitness? What do you take it so serious? What got you into fitness? I just explained. My stepdad took me to the gym back when I was 15, and I've been working out ever since. So, and I also did weight training in high school. I was the only girl in my weight training class in my sophomore year of high school. My sophomore year of high school, I was the only girl in the class. And then after that, the year after that, it got cool, right? And like 10, 11 other girls joined weightlifting. But the first year that I did it, I was the only girl in the class.
Few minutes later.
And we're back because my camera was gonna die. What was I talking about? Oh, what do you take it so serious? I'm assuming you mean like, why do I take it so serious? Because it is my livelihood, and I also feel great because I go to the gym. So I feel like those are good enough reasons for me to take it seriously. Somebody asked, are you gonna ride more roller coasters? Sure. Like, I guess if I go to an amusement park. Okay, how did you start working for yourself as a trainer? Like, did you start a gym? Oh, did you start at a gym? My bad. No, I did not start, like, I didn't work for like a commercial gym, but I did have like one-off clients, like probably 2 or 3 one-off clients that I trained in 2021. But initially I started during COVID. So there was one woman that I did go to her house and train. I would actually bring kettlebells, bands. I brought dumbbells to train her at home because obviously like the gyms weren't open and all that stuff. And then after that, I did not know, you know, that I wanted to train people per se. I didn't necessarily want to train people because I didn't want to live at a gym. So I didn't necessarily want that for myself, but you know, I built a couple relationships with people, and one of the ways that I got into like training people was having a handful of people, like I said, like, you know, that I trained before throughout the year of 2021 and 2022, or 2020 and 2021, excuse me. And then 2023, I got fired from my job. I used to work in insurance. I worked in insurance for what, 5 or 6 years. And once I got fired, I didn't know what the hell I wanted to do. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what I was gonna do. And my assistant had reached out to me via Instagram, and she wanted to know if I would be interested in one-on-one coaching. I didn't really know if I would be interested, but also I'm like, damn, I have no job, but it doesn't feel right applying for another job, so I guess I'll give coaching a try. And it was, the rest is history. Like, that's pretty much how I got into it. And I'm very blessed, very grateful that everything worked out the way that it did, because I don't know what I would do if my assistant hadn't reached out to me. I would probably have had to apply to new jobs, because yeah, like at the time when I got fired, you guys, I only had one program out, and it was my very first full body program that I put out just 3 months prior. I didn't have one-on-one coaching. I didn't have any sponsorships, any you know, brand deals, nothing. I literally got fired like a couple days before my birthday in 2023, and literally once I got fired, 3-4 days went by and Legion reached out to me wanting to sponsor me for 3 months. And then Abel reached out to me wanting to pay me for a couple posts. I think 1 or 2 posts, just 1 post. And then somewhere in there, my assistant reached out to me for coaching. And I was like, you know, like I'll think about it. I really sat on it like the month of July. And then I just said F it. And I launched my business in August of 2023. So that is literally how it happened. I got fired and like one thing after another just lined up for me. And here I am. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Could not see this for myself. Could not see this for myself at all 2-3 years ago. So that's pretty much my origin story, how I started. This video is kind of long, so I'm so sorry. But I am grateful if you did watch for this long. I love you guys as usual. But until next time, bye.